If you've ever stood under a lukewarm shower because the water heater just couldn't keep up, you know the feeling of wasted money and wasted time. You're probably wondering whether a tankless unit will actually solve that problem, or if you're just swapping one disappointment for another. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm going to walk through the real-world stuff that matters before you click Add to Cart. First off, the Noritz C3259WX is a natural gas, 11.1 GPM, 199/900 BTU model that runs on a standard 120-volt circuit. Those numbers sound impressive on paper, but what do they really mean for a typical family home? In plain English, you're looking at a unit that can theoretically deliver hot water to 3 or 4 fixtures at the same time, say, 2 showers, a kitchen faucet, and a washing machine without the dip in temperature you get from a storage tank that's running low. The biggest selling point for a tankless system is the on-demand concept. You only heat water when you need it, which eliminates the standby loss you pay for with a traditional tank. In a house that does a lot of simultaneous hot water tasks like a weekend of back-to-back showers, laundry, and a dishwasher run, the Noritz can keep the temperature steady, which translates into a noticeable reduction on your gas bill over time. The trade-off is that you have to invest in proper installation up front, and that's where a lot of buyers stumble. Installation is the first hurdle most homeowners hit. This unit needs a dedicated 120-volt line, a gas line that can handle nearly 200,000 BTU, and a venting system that meets local codes. If your home already has the right gas pressure and a vent stack that can accommodate a direct vent design, you're looking at a smoother install. But for many older homes, you'll end up needing a professional to upgrade the gas line, possibly add a new vent, and make sure the electrical circuit can handle the load. That's an added cost you can't ignore. Most installers quote anywhere from $800 to $1,500 for a full job, depending on how much work is required. Assuming you get past the installation, the day-to-day experience is where the Noritz really shines. I've spoken with a handful of owners who say the hot water never feels finicky. The temperature stays consistent even when the shower is running full blast while the dishwasher starts a cycle. Because the unit heats water instantly, you never have to wait for a tank to recover after a big draw. That can be a game changer for families who hate that 5-minute cold splash before the water finally gets hot. Maintenance is another practical factor. Like any gas-fired water heater, mineral buildup can reduce efficiency over time, especially if you have hard water. Noritz recommends an annual descaling with a vinegar solution, and the unit has a built-in water filter that helps trap debris. The maintenance routine is fairly straightforward, but it does require you to remember to schedule it, otherwise you'll start seeing a slight drop in flow temperature during heavy use. If you're not comfortable performing that yearly flush yourself, you'll need to factor in a service call, which typically runs $150 to $200. Now, who should actually consider buying this model? If you have a medium-sized household, say, 3 to 4 people who regularly run multiple hot water appliances at once, the C3259WX makes sense. It's especially appealing if you already have natural gas service and a decent venting setup. Homeowners who are looking to lower their long-term energy costs, or who simply hate the tank empty feeling after a long shower, will find the on-demand heating worth the upfront expense. It also fits nicely in tight spaces. The unit's compact footprint can be mounted on an exterior wall, freeing up garage or utility room space that a bulky tank would consume. On the flip side, there are clear scenarios where you'll want to skip this unit. If you live in a small apartment or a rental where you can't modify the gas line or add venting, the installation requirements become a deal-breaker. Similarly, if your household's hot water demand is modest, perhaps just one bathroom and occasional dishwasher use, a smaller tankless model or even a high-efficiency tank might be more cost-effective. Also, if your electric panel is already near capacity, adding a dedicated 120-volt circuit could be a hassle, and you'd need an electrician to confirm it's safe. Another subtle drawback is the initial price tag. The Noritz itself sits in the mid to high range for residential tankless heaters, and when you add professional installation, you're looking at a total spend that can easily top $3,000. That's a significant outlay compared to a traditional 40-gallon tank, which you can buy for a few $100s and install yourself if you're handy. The value proposition, therefore, hinges on how much you'll actually save on gas over the unit's lifespan, and how much you value never running out of hot water. One thing that often goes unnoticed is the impact on water pressure. Because the unit draws water directly from the supply line and,